Hi, everyone. Carl Steinbeck here. Saturday night, July 12th. Just wanted to cover some more of the Wendi Adelson interview, which was conducted by Detective Isom of the Tallahassee Police Department back on the 18th of July. That was in 2014. So we're just almost on the 11th year mark since that occurred. And this interview is so revealing of so many different things. It's really impactful information. And as I've seen comments before being made about this interview, where they talk about how Wendy's interview was all about fishing for information and leaving breadcrumbs. So that's a good way to say it, I think. And it was full of that, and then some. And what what I can tell you, sir, first of all, here is this is the second part. We got through an hour and 22 of her 5+ hour interview. And so go back and look at part one if you haven't seen this one tonight at some point, and you can see sort of how this thing evolves. And from part one, we saw that there's nothing about her behavior that seemed like she was shocked and disbelief and denial as to what she was being told. Never asked any details as of yet as to how Dan was shot. She was just told that Dan was shot. She didn't act surprised that there was a shooting on Trescott, and she had seen all the squad cars and emergency response vehicles and the crime scene vehicles there in the driveway where her son spent the night a few hours beforehand before they left for daycare or preschool. And as it turns out, just a little bit too acting in unknowing as to what could have been transpired there. And keep in mind, she hightailed it out of there when she drove by Trescott a little over an hour after the murder had happened. So this is highly suspicious behavior here, and it keeps getting more and more of indicators of things that just aren't adding up right of her behavior. And we also don't have anything that's really, um, besides not asking any kind of appropriate details upon hearing something like this, or disputing these kind of details that are putting out there. For example, she's not asked, "What do you mean? What do you mean he was shot? Where? How? What do you mean he's not going to survive? Why couldn't he survive?" So none of that. There's nothing hopeful about it at all in any of her statements so far. There's nothing that she asked for details about Dan Marco. Where was he shot? Nothing like that. So what time was this? None of those kind of details. It's like she knew all these details already ahead of time. Could that be the case? And the other thing I think is very peculiar is that she's not asking enough about her two sons, age 3 and 4 at the time. And even if she was told ahead of time on the way riding down in the police station or police vehicle to the police station, she, would have still, I think, asked more about, I got to see the boys. I want to see the boys. I want to go up to the hospital with I got to need to see Dan. I wanted to bring the boys up there. None of those kind of things occurred. And the other thing is I never heard out of her was, how can my boys, what are they going to do without their dad? Their dad loved them. Their boys love him. They love him. None of those kind of comments either. I mean, that to me, I think would have been the most profound impact on you. It's like, these boys don't have a dad anymore, or may not have a dad anymore. What do you mean? After first being in denial as to whether you'd have to convince me that he really was shot in such a way that he's not going to make it. And even if I was believing you on that, I was being like, "There's no way these boys they're gonna be devastated." There's nothing at all about this is going to devastate the boys at all. So nothing's been said like that so far in this. So let's go on and see what else there is here. Because, like I say, it's not only what she says, but also what she doesn't say. That's quite revealing.
She's just a bit older than me, and
This is the victim advocate here. So they've already given her victim advocate, and she's talking about how much they have in common, and just really weird, bizarre comments like that when he's making to this person here.
very close with her family. She has 4 kids, and I'm kind of like an aunt to the twin girls. I'd really love for Lynn to be around.
Okay. What's Lynn's last name?
Grossman.
SSMAN?
Yeah.
very much too casual. She can do this boo-hooing for a little bit, and then she can right away turn it off, go back to questioning. And you notice her boo-hooing starts when Detective Isom starts asking probing questions, making it look like, hey, you're not off the hook yet. You're still being interviewed as a potential suspect, a person of interest.
She's here locally.
She is, yeah. She lives right down, really close to me.
What are your two boys' names? I know.
My older son is turning 5 on the 29th. His name's Benjamin.
I just, it's about 4:10, so I know we're gonna need to start making arrangements as far as if he wants to maybe pick your kids up and take them home, that type of thing, so Sarah can, if you wanna figure that out, just cause I think he said that they had to be picked up by about 5 or so.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
so something to
Okay,
just think about what we
thank
want
you.
to get on.
What should we do about that?
You're not answering the question.
Do you have any? Because you probably have.
She didn't answer the question. What are their names? She's, oh, he's the older one's going to turn 5. Well, how's that answering the question? She seems perfectly calm enough to be able to answer that question here.
They're younger, right? So probably
They're 3.5 and 5.
So they probably start
They're in
on
car
boosters.
seats.
Okay.
They're in car seats. I am in shock right now, so I could probably be functional to like drive a
help.
car.
Well, I can help with kind of that type of stuff.
How would you be functional to drive a car? And she's in shock. Most people in shock don't say they're in shock, from my experience.
Do you have a friend? Do you want?
I mean, I would, if Lynn is here, I don't know if she's in town. It's Friday.
Yes.
I don't know if she's in town this weekend.
Okay.
If she is, I would love for her to be with
Lynn
me.
will be your person. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if Lynn's not, do you have a kind of backup person you would think?
I do. I have a lot of friends who have kids, so they have their own responsibilities. My friend Jane, who actually I think used to be a victim advocate.
Okay.
Jane would be a really good choice.
So there she's sort of laughing. I mean, really, how can you be sort of like laughing like that over the news that your boys are going to have this tragedy follow them the rest of their lives? And I don't think any of this is appropriate whatsoever.
Jane McPherson.
You probably, and I might be able to get these numbers, but
Because she doesn't have kids, it's all on my phone.
And it's okay. And I know I don't have anything memorized either. So.
Other close friends that I would have be with me right now. I have this really close friend whose husband died last year, who has a kid, and we spend a lot of time together, so she'd understand. But I don't want to do that to her.
Okay. Well, and I think maybe between Lynn and Jane,
hopefully one of them.
Okay.
Oh, Jane might be traveling.
Like she's just having trouble coming up with it. Well, who could help me out with, driving me, taking the kids? It's just like stringing this along here.
It's just summer. People are traveling all the time.
I understand.
Who else might be here?
What do you think Lynn and Jane would be kind of a good start?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to go check and see how long on your phone. So that way we can kind of start working on those things.
Okay.
Some
All right.
things for you to think about when you meet your boys. And I'm sorry, it's really hard.
I just don't know how I'm going to tell them that.
Well, you know your boys better than anyone else does, right?
Right now, they were expecting.
So it's all about her. What am I going to tell them? It's not like, hey, what's this going to do to the boys? Notice that difference?
I don't know if Danny told them or not. The plan was he was going to take them swimming this afternoon, which is sort of out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Normally, I would just pick him up, but I think he's leaving town for the weekend. I just think he wanted extra time with the kids. So he was going to take them to Truesdale and bring them to my house. So sometimes plans change.
Right.
Like sometimes his flights are delayed from New York, and the kids say, they call him Abba, which means father in Hebrew. They'd say, I thought this was an Abba day. What are you doing here? And I'd say, well, Abba's flight was late, so it's going to be a mommy day for a little while. So if there was a plan they were expecting, it would have been the go to the pool plan, but
Okay.
they knew that it was time to be with me. So,
Okay, so they knew they were going to transition into
so
a mommy
normal
time.
for them would have been mommy all weekend,
Okay.
mommy all week, and then Wednesday off. What you were saying. So for them, this is what they expect. Is I think for me to come pick them up, it's very normal.
Okay.
I don't know if I can drive a car right now.
And that's why we're going to try to see some friends, kind of try to work out what options we can to help you so you might not have to do that, okay?
Okay.
I mean, this is an hour and a half almost, and she's wanting. He hasn't asked a single detail about what do you mean he was shot? Where? Where was he shot? Why is it? Why is it a fatal, near fatal shooting? Why? What do you mean he's not going to make it?
So let me go check on your phone.
None of that's running through her mind.
And then I'll come back and kind of let you know and see maybe how long that'll take, or see if I can find some phone numbers.
My two friends that I was with for lunch when they came and found me, how did they find where I was?
I have no idea.
I mean, did they just search for my car? Like, I am just amazed. I was eating with two girlfriends. They're both psychiatrists.
Okay.
So they'd probably be good people to talk to.
Okay.
One of them is a child psychiatrist, so I just
so
feel
she
like
might be a good person to talk to, especially about
how to talk to the boys.
I'm gonna be right back.
I'm
okay?
fine. As
I know
fine as I'm
how
gonna
you-
be, so I'm fine.
Does that look like somebody that's devastated how their boys are going to be traumatized the rest of their life? If this news is really true that he's not going to make it? She's not wanting to call her parents. She's not asking for any emotional support. She doesn't want to get up there and say, I got to go see Dan. When he's not dead yet, I need to go see him. Extremely, extremely strange behavior. They can ask her about it, Tiffany. She doesn't recall it, then they could refresh her memory with that. Look at that. Just look at somebody traumatized for her kids, her two boys, 3 and 4 years old. You'd be going, what is it? Who would do this? Why would they do this? You could say something like that, but what are you doing to find the killer? What have you got for leads? You know, she's not asking those kind of hard questions at all. You got to catch the killers or killer. Where at Trescott was he shot? You know, there's no details that are ever asked. Yeah, some of you guys are talking about that. She's leaving all these Kleenexes all over the table there. Yeah, Isom's not in the room right now. She's alone. He left her with the victim advocate, and she's just sitting there. Her whole demeanor, yeah, it all depends on what she's being asked. It changes her whole demeanor. But think about what she's not asking. Keela Davila, you're saying she's not in shock. She's relieved and excited.
Do you know where Lynn or Jean work? Because we're gonna try to find some phone numbers for them, right? Some work numbers. If they work at.
So Jane is a PhD student. She's working from home.
Okay.
Lynn works. I'm kind of forgetting what the name of the place is that she works. She does like Holocaust recovery stuff. Department of Financial Services, maybe. It's not DBPR. It might be DFS. But her
So she
husband.
works for the state, though.
Her husband and I are close to, like, I'm
Okay.
friends with the family. Her husband's name is Alan Grossman, Allen,
Oops.
and he has his own law firm in town, so he should be really easy to find.
Okay,
It's like
then
Grossman, but Furlow and Bio, maybe.
Do you know what street it's off of by chance? Probably downtown. Okay, that's good.
But
Though.
you
I
can
mean,
find him and find
he's
that
an
number,
attorney.
and he's usually at work. I'm trying to think. All of my really, really close friends live out of town, but
okay. And go. I'm gonna try to do just some Google stuff real quick, and then I'll come back.
Okay. God, we really should start memorizing more phone numbers. I used to know
You know,
them.
it's just technology that makes it easier for us.
I'm going crazy in this white room.
I'm sorry. I know it's
No,
not.
they laugh there.
It's not like pictures from
No.
I mean, does she look like traumatized for what this effect is on her and her boys? Just another laugh there. It's unbelievable. Unreal.
No.
I just feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone, and I keep picturing the kids like at a funeral having to say goodbye to their dad, and I just
take
can't
it one
believe
step
I-
at a
Say goodbye to their dad. You're not trying to get them up there to say goodbye to their dad. Only at a funeral? They haven't told you he's dead yet. There's still a chance they could go up there to the hospital, whether you want to have them to see their dad or not, but be at the hospital at least. At least you be at the hospital at a minimum. But none of that. No urgency to call the Markells. Why wouldn't you want to have the Markells called right away? She said because they're going to think I did it. Why would they say that? What do they know about you that would make you a suspect?
have to do this to them.
Do you want me when I find their numbers? Is it okay if I call your
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to what she said.
I just feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone, and I keep picturing the kids like at a funeral having to say goodbye to their dad, and I just
take it
can't
one
believe
step
I
at a
have to
time.
do this to them.
I can't believe I have to do this to them. See, it's all about her again. I have to do this to them. Because you're uncomfortable with telling them, or you're more worried about that than what this is going to do. The fact they have a great, wonderful father. He loved his boys. The boys loved their dad. There's none of that talk.
Do you want me when I find their numbers? Is it okay if I call your friends?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
you want
fine.
me, and I can go and tell them
I
that you.
could really use some help
Okay.
taking care of the boys tonight.
Of course.
Yeah, just think.
Trying to think of who else.
Just think she won the court battle. She doesn't have to fear going to court, facing contempt charges in front of a judge. She can leave town within days, and will do so, and no one can stop her. How convenient.
Else I would call. My closest friend in town is on vacation right now with her family.
Well, we'll start with Lynn and see kind of where we get from there, since she.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Look, she's blowing her nose, but she's not wiping her eyes. there's apparently no tears. Okay, now she's got a little wipe under the eyes. But what kind of, if those are tears, it's mostly blowing her nose.
Ugh.
Does she know she's being recorded? She must suspect that. As an attorney, I think she would suspect that. Yeah, that's something I've said, Mary Lisa.
Hey, Wendy. Another kind of question we have.
So Charlie and Donna would do this behind her back and never tell her and give her heads up.
Do you want, if we get in touch with one of your friends, you think it's best if maybe they picked up the kids first, or
Just because it's 4:15 now, I didn't know time-wise what we'd be looking
I
at.
just don't want to.
bring them?
I was about to say I don't want to traumatize them, but they're about to get plenty traumatized.
And they can take them home.
Right. I just don't know what would be less upsetting for the boys.
That's up to you.
What I would most like.
Or we can make arrangements with the school and just say, look, it's going to be a little late. You need to work with us, and mom and a friend will
I
come.
think they do keep it open till like 5:30 or
Okay.
so. So what I would most like would be to pick them up myself and have someone with me in case I don't feel like I can drive well.
I don't think they're leaving her alone like this. I think they're on purpose. I think it's just one of these things. They're just going to keep the camera rolling. And as it turns out, it's a really good idea. But I think that Detective Isom is going through the motions to rule her out still. They're going to search her phone and stuff like that. But they're not doing a full court press to uncover everything that she might have been involved in.
Fine. And Lynn would be your first option to
Lynn
come
would be
here.
my first choice, or Alan, her husband.
Okay. And you're okay with me speaking with them and telling them to come here?
Yeah.
First, and
My car is.
we have the cars here.
Oh, they got it here.
I think they were bringing it here, and I think.
Did they take my keys?
I don't
How did
know.
they get the car here?
I don't know.
I guess you guys.
Well, I may be wrong. I thought.
They can pull without the keys.
Isom, it may still be at the other place. Was going to touch base. Oh, okay, I may not. I may be wrong. Was going to touch base with you about, because I know he's done a bunch of different stuff as far as doing your hands and all that stuff.
Yeah.
To see if you'd be willing to let us look in your car to see if there's anything.
You know.
Okay.
Search the car.
And so he'll have another form for you
That's
to do.
fine.
Okay. So I will.
She's thinking funeral, not the fact that he's still alive. She's already talking funeral. How would she know that he's already dead enough to have a funeral? He's still alive.
We'll call them, and the question is, I will not tell them what's going on until they get here.
I would tell them.
Okay. I just didn't know them driving. Are they good friends with him as well?
They've been mutual friends, but they're more my friends.
Okay.
I think everyone's gonna be devastated.
Sure. And maybe I'll just say that you're up here, you're fine, but they need to come pick you up, and then we can do that here.
I think you can tell them Wendy needs help
That's
picking up the boys because of what's happened.
Why? You seem perfectly fine.
That's fine.
And that's fine.
And she said she's fine with the van, search of the van and stuff when,
Do you want-
because we were talking about that. All right, I will take care of this, Wendy.
Thank you. I don't know who that is. Is she another victim
She's
advocate?
a sergeant with us.
Okay. That was very gendered of me. Sorry.
Those what?
No, you're
assuming
okay.
she's a
No.
victim advocate.
There's Isom again.
No.
You're welcome. I'll fill out whatever paperwork you want.
Right here.
Search the van. I can read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you witnessed that, sir?
Yeah.
We got an alternative for the kids.
What's the alternative?
I mean,
Right
somebody
now,
else.
She's still got to be a little bit on edge because she just got notice that the car is seized. And it's like she doesn't even know how to handle it. She's got all these supposed moms that got their own kids, and yet she's sort of like stumbling, trying to come up with an answer like, well, who's going to help me pick up my kids? Be very easy to figure that one out. Start calling. You should know who to call. It's just like this indecision.
Joanna's calling one of her friends that she gave us and trying to see if they can have the friend come here,
Right.
and then they can go together and pick up the children. That way
Okay.
she'll have the support system.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. The receipt you just rolled up, what was that for?
That was lunch. I was trying to find the receipt from the bourbon, but I may have put it with the bourbon. This is from yesterday. It's lunch. But these are old ones. I was looking for the bourbon, but I must have put it in the bag with the bourbon that I kept in the car.
Can I hold on to this one for Mosaic?
Sure.
Do you need it to balance your book?
No,
Okay.
sir, that's fine.
What's this?
I just didn't want you to think I was crumbling up other receipts.
No, it wasn't for that. I just was thinking before.
No, I just thought I would find the bourbon one.
Yeah.
But I must have put it in the bag.
Just looking at the date.
I eat a lot. I lost the key to my house, so I went to buy many spare keys to give to friends around town so I don't get locked out of my house again.
Okay.
So that's
All
what
right.
that is. It's my many.
You give out a lot of spare keys to your friends so you don't get locked out of the house. That seems like a really odd thing to do. I don't know anybody's ever given keys to their house to friends. So in case you lose your keys, you have access to your house. If you lose your keys to your house that often, aren't they attached also to your car keys? So you have multiple sets of car keys as well? None of this makes any sense.
Spare keys that are now around Tallahassee, which now makes me nervous.
Okay.
Sure. And
I know the receipt that I might be interested in is the gas receipt.
Yeah. Oh, I asked for no receipt,
Okay.
so I can give you my
That's okay.
charge card information, but
If I need it later on.
I didn't get a receipt.
That's all right.
Okay.
But you bought the bourbon over there sometime afternoon and then went to. Okay. All right.
It should be, the bourbon's in the car, so
Okay.
it should be in there.
Okay. I'll get started on this and we'll hold on to this.
Are you bringing the car here?
Yes, I think it's already here.
How did they bring it here without
Tow truck.
keys?
Tow truck.
Yeah.
Okay. We're trying to be as efficient as possible. All right, so we're working on the
Yep, Joanna's trying to make contact now with some friends.
okay, and then they'll come here hopefully.
Hopefully, as long as she can.
Do you think I need to, I had like a whole weekend of plans ahead with the kids and stuff, like, should I start contacting people and let them know that like I can't,
Just
what's a good idea? I just, like, I can't show up.
I don't know how to tell my friends. Do I tell them, I can't make it there because I'm supposed to be grieving the loss of my son's father? I mean, what am I? Tell me how to act. That way I can't be accused of acting inappropriate.
For like play dates right now, so
sure, yeah.
I don't know, like, do you want me not to tell people what's going on? Is this like,
Well,
I got.
No, it's not going to make the news anytime soon. I have no idea how to tell people about this so they call me up so I can say, oh, I didn't call you because it's going to require more of an effort to have to explain stuff. And I don't know what to tell him because I haven't asked you any questions on how he got shot. I don't even know that how do I know he's not going to make it? I haven't asked any details. I'm not in any state of denial at any point. So help me out here because I don't need to know the details. I got enough information, but help me out. What am I supposed to tell people? So I can't be accused of saying the wrong thing.
That call from Lisa Carey, so like, how did she find out?
Well, she said she saw something in the neighborhood or heard
She
something,
said she
right?
heard there was a shooting on Trescott. I thought because she's a real estate agent, maybe she was rolling around and she saw Trescott. But
So you're wondering about how people are finding out about this. Okay, well, you don't think that people are going to find out right away that there's a shooting? It's going to be on the news, and they're going to say enough information that they're going to know it's you, and people are going to be calling you up.
how did, like, is it on the news? Like,
Well, I can tell you that there was news media out there with cameras, but I don't know if anything has been reported as to the specific address.
Okay.
I don't know what our public information office has released.
I'm asking for you, like,
Okay.
I don't want to like make this.
She wants to know what she can tell people or what she can't.
She is concerned about what to tell people. I mean, if you're a victim, who are you worried about who to talk to about this? You're in such shock. If you're in such shock, you're not worried about, oh gosh, who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to call? You're not worried, surely not worried about calling up the Markells and telling them this horrible news of which you don't even know all the details of yet to really convey, because they're going to ask a lot of questions of you, the questions you're not asking Detective Isom.
Right now.
Which, in terms of making things better or worse for you.
So that's going to affect really who you tell of your friends. That's going to affect the hunt for the killers, huh? Really?
I would say that
who would ask that? Who would ask a question like that? I don't want to interfere with your investigation. I don't know my friends who I can talk to about this. What are you worried about? They're going to capture the killers or something?
right now, I would not deny to anybody that something did happen. But
if I'm going to call and cancel all my, like, I'm supposed to be at a party tonight, like.
Okay, I can't. Basically, I can't.
You don't know what to tell them. Really unreal. You're not asking questions, and then you're asking him to tell you what to tell people. That way, you get around not having to answer questions, right? Normal questions like where did he get shot? Where was he shot at the house, and where was he shot at on his body?
Can't go. There's been an incident.
So I can just tell people I'm just not going to be able to be there. I'll talk to you later, and that's it. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want you not to have a support network of friends.
Yeah. Well, I will tell who needs to know, but like I don't.
You want to explain this to 1,000 people.
Well, it's not about it's yes, but I don't think that's good for the kids. Like I don't want people. I don't know what to do about like.
This is not the kind of line of questioning somebody asks if they're in shock. You're worried about compromising a police investigation, and you don't even know enough details, and you can't even say for the fact of how long he's got to live. Why don't you say how long? Is he still alive? How much longer has he got to live? What are the doctors telling you? We got to get up there. Come on, Isom, take me up there right now. Let's go wrestle up the kids, pick them up, and let's get up there right now. It's 4:28. I need to know if he's still alive. How much longer do we got before he dies? If he dies, you should be in denial. But if you're not in denial, then at least get up there. I don't think she's disputing the fact that he got shot, right? So get up there and see what you can do to show some sign of comfort and support for him, even if he's not conscious of it. That's what normal people do. And even if you hated his guts because of your divorce, you do it for the kids.
Kids are really young. I don't know what to do in terms of that reaction, but I also am kind of scared that there's like some maniac out there, and I would like for you to find whoever that is. So I don't want to make things worse in some way in terms of.
Yeah, they might catch somebody might be on the lookout for the trigger men heading back to Miami.
You being able to find someone.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking.
Just I would just only tell the people that need to know that are closest to you for your benefit, and anyone else, if they inquire, you can tell them any excuse you want. You can say the police have asked me not to discuss it.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
I'll throw you under the bus.
Okay, I'm used to that.
Yeah, laugh. Throw you under the bus. Yeah, that's what she got at Isom. She played him, and he fell for it.
Okay.
Ha ha ha! Laughing. There you go. relieving her nose.
Hey. That's it, I swear I'm just blowing my nose.
You're all right.
Yeah, she keeps pulling out new ones without trying to throw the old ones away because she's not in
Your
shock.
nose is very hard.
It is.
You have a very nice
Again,
voice
another
now
laugh
before
and
very
count the
calming.
laughs.
Thank you for saying that. That's
That sounds more like relief. She sounds relieved. That's the way it comes across to me. How about you all? They're totally acting relieved.
kind of how I sell myself sometimes on doing this.
It's really hard. Do you know Gwen?
Gwen Williams?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think you did a presentation at a Red Cross human trafficking.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Because I
At Salvation Army?
yes.
Yeah, that was me.
I thought so.
Look at her smiling.
Because when they were kind of telling me, you know, who I was
She's
talking with,
happy.
I was like, that sounds
This
familiar.
looks like she's
And
really
I had the boys
happy.
there that morning, and that's why I like talked.
And I remembered you talking about your boys actually too.
Well, it's good to see you again.
Sorry, under these circumstances.
I feel like I'm in the middle of a nightmare.
Good to see you again. You know, she's not acting like it. Not at all.
This isn't something that anyone plans on going through or wants to go through.
We were
So
divorced. It wasn't good, but like, this is never something you would ever want to happen. I understand why I'm a suspect. I guess I'm not a suspect. I understand why you would think that I would do this.
Okay, that's still on her mind. She wants to get leaving breadcrumbs for them to pick up and give her information back. This is fishing. She's fishing.
But not you, but
I need to have peace of mind knowing here that, you know, are you thinking I'm still a suspect or not?
Okay.
I'm just worried about the kids. And
I'm just worried about the kids, but I'm not doing anything about it. I'm worried about them, but I'm not doing anything about it. I'm not trying to get out of here and go see them. No.
so sorry for his family and for his children who are now going to grow up without a father.
Oh, there it is. Growing up without a father. Okay. Because she's still worried that she's a suspect. So now she's making a comment like that. An hour 44 into it.
His children who are now going to grow up without a father.
Something about growing up without a father. She's not talking about how devastated they are. What a great dad he was. This is going to traumatize them. It's sort of like, yeah, they're not going to have a father growing up without a father. Yeah, it's not easy, but you know what? They're going to survive. They'll be fine. That's more of the attitude.
And I have no idea who would do this, and I feel like they're out there. And if they're capable of this, like, what's to keep them from going after the kids? Like, if they hate Danny, then why wouldn't they hate his children?
Well, you're not trying to be with the kids right now, so if you really thought they're out to get the kids, why wouldn't you go get the kids? Why didn't she ask if it's a like random? Is this a random coincidence? Was there some kind of mishaps, an accidental shooting or something like that? How do we know this is targeted for Dan? She's not asking anything about how this is targeted or not, whether it was a targeted assassination.
And you know, they're doing this investigation.
How did she know it wasn't a stray bullet? Maybe it was some negligent discharge or somebody cleaning their gun or something. She's not asking any kind of details at all.
Now to kind of figure out what happened.
He didn't do it to himself. There's no way he did it.
There she is, blowing her nose again. Making a big pile of Kleenexes there.
He never really got depressed. He never got that sad. You know, like he was a really positive guy. It wasn't him.
And you know, just because you guys are divorced, you probably know him very well, probably better than anyone else does. So,
except for the last 2 years. Like, I don't know specifics of, like...
Well, right, his personal life, but you still know his personality.
I do.
And, you know, personalities usually don't change very often. So
yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time not being sad in front of the boys. I need to tell them today, don't I?
Oh man,
you do.
I need to tell him today. She want to clear her conscience. I got to do everything of what the police tell me to do, including I got to tell my kids today. Really, you could not want to talk to him. You could act normal. You could not be in shock. Your kids wouldn't sense something's wrong. How could you pull that off?
Have you done this before? Doesn't
Have
matter
I
if you've
told
done this before.
have I told children?
Have you done this before? Wow. Yeah, victim advocates are the ones that tell parents, kids, one of your parents died, and we're going to comfort you because the surviving parent is not here to tell you.
You know, I have not as young as your boys.
What do I tell them?
You know where your boys are at. You know kind of what you've talked to your boys, you know, and I know they're so young, you know, some parents have conversations about life and death and things like that, and some haven't at that age.
We had our first conversation about God yesterday, ever.
First conversation about God ever yesterday. What timing?
And Ben was clipping into his car seat, and Ben out of nowhere says, "Mommy, I bet Abba knows a lot more about God than you do." And I said, "Well," I said, "different people have different beliefs about God." And so we get to the car, and Ben was like, "Is God a man or a woman?" I said, "Well, some people believe that he or she is an old white man with a long white beard." And Lincoln, who's 3.5, said,
There she is again laughing. Does that kind of laugh to me is completely one of relief. Completely one of relief.
"God is dead."
And is Ben's your oldest then? And then who's your
Look at that
3.5-year-old?
laughing.
Lincoln.
This is so cringy. Laughing again. This is the most she's laughed yet. We're not even 2 hours into this session here at the Tallahassee Police Department.
And I
I
said,
love that name.
Lincoln, like, I was like, it's like Nietzsche in the back seat. Like,
Oh, now she mentions one of the names here that she was asked about earlier.
like Lincoln, who's still in diapers, but is having a sophisticated conversation about God. And I just was laughing and laughing, and they were asking
That's what you're going to be talking about now, really?
such interesting questions, and I was answering them with, like, different people think different things. And, but it was just our first time we ever had a conversation. Really, they talk about superheroes a lot, and so sometimes they'll joke, they'll fall over and be like,
Yeah, she's in shock. She was rambling on all about superheroes and funny stories with the kids. Really?
"I'm dead." And I say, "I really don't like it when you say that." And they've talked about, like, animals being like, "He's dead," like on the ground. And they even quasi understand Lincoln's named after my grandmother, and whose initials are LJ, so his initials are LJ. He would say to my mom, who's still very heartbroken over the loss of her mother, he'd say to her mom, like, "Is your mommy
Sorry to
dead?"
hear that.
And she'd say, "Yes, you're named after him." And he'd say something like, "Well, is she in heaven then?" Like, so they have some fleeting concept of things like God.
They know heaven.
I mean, I don't know.
And let me just kind of back. I'm not sure what investigator Isom kind of told you. You know that he's still.
I don't even think there's tears, really.
No, I didn't know that.
He's.
Is he possibly gonna make it?
I don't know the answer to that. I know
He made it sound like he was gone. So does that mean that he might be okay?
It's almost like she's disappointed. He might be okay. What do you mean here? I got plans in the works here. You're saying he might be okay?
Is he possibly gonna make it?
I don't know.
Wow. So instead of like being in denial and saying, you know what, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. I can't believe that. No, this is too bad for the boys. I got to get up there. I got to be up there, and I got to cheer on the folks there in the hospital, in the ER. I got to be praying for them. I got to call people, say, "Hey, everybody, help us out here." But you know what? None of that.
The answer that I know.
He made it sound like he was gone. So
He made it sound like he's gone. Like, what are you telling me? He's not gone yet? What's going on here? Are you guys tricking me?
does that mean that he might be okay?
Does that mean it might be okay? Like all this is for nothing? I'm here for nothing because he's going to be okay?
I don't think, from what it sounds like, I don't think he'll be
the same. Okay, but he might make it.
I don't want.
But he might make it. That does not sound optimistic. That sounds pessimistic. Like you're dreading this news. He may survive this shot. Well, she doesn't even know where he's shot at, right? So she doesn't know what the survivability is because she doesn't even know where he's been shot at.
I'm going to give you that false hope.
I'm sorry. I just thought he was gone, and now I don't know what to tell. It's sort of a game changer.
I know, and that's why I was kind of asking you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they should
He made
have.
it sound like he was gone.
I don't think it's good.
Yeah, and I took it its word for it. And there was nothing I thought about it that I was in denial about. I just, yep, you're right. Absolutely, he's gone. You're right. I'm not going to be in denial about it. I'm not going to be in shock about it.
I know that's sort of what he said, but I assumed he was saying that like euphemistically.
And that's why I'm kind of because I don't want to be misleading in this conversation.
Is there any way to find out if
she just wants to find out, can I be relieved enough to know that he's dead and gone? I don't want to be strung out thinking he's maybe going to pull out of this.
He might be okay. Like, I want to bring the kids to him so they can.
And that's kind of stuff we'll talk about in a little, but let me ask him.
I just think that's different, right? Like, if he's not going to make it and he can see the kids one more time, then he should see them. So, is there, are we getting updates from the hospital?
Why don't you go there and find out yourself? Instead of trying to make sure you're close the loop on you being a suspect. That's not more important to Wendi Adelson here is making sure she's cleared as a suspect. That's the most important thing when Dan is up there dying in a hospital.
They have been, they were at the hospital. Obviously, when, something like this happens, they do go to the hospital.
So when it happened, did someone call the police because they heard a gunshot or something? How would they know did he call the police? How would they know to take him to the hospital?
I don't know the answers.
There's not the kind of details you want to know. You'd want to know the injury. Where was he shot? How many times? Where was he at in the house? Was it an intruder? Was it an accident? Like I said, you don't even know. And she's brought up suicide multiple times, saying it's not a suicide. Well, why would you even bring that up? You'd be just asking detail after detail after detail, and that's not important.
And I'm not, I'm going to when Investor Eisen comes back in here, I'll let you kind of ask some of those questions.
Okay.
Okay. But I didn't want you to think, I'm sorry, I just didn't want you to think that he was leaving.
I thought he was gone.
And that's what I was getting from your conversation, and I didn't want it to be.
I thought he was gone. And then she talks about this is a game changer. Oh, this is a game changer. Yeah, because your plans are all thrown into whack if he survives.
If he's still alive, I need to make different choices.
Right.
I want the boys to be with him. I don't know.
If he's still alive, I want the boys. Okay, but if he's up in the hospital alone, as far as you know, and you're not doing anything about it, why aren't you calling his friends?
It looks scary. Then,
right, and that's what.
Is that why? Does he look scary? Is that why?
I don't know. I have.
Does he look scary? Really? That's the kind of question you're going to ask?
I haven't seen him
because I think that would be more traumatizing for the kids to see something horrible. Right. I don't want them to.
And I will say from a.
Okay, you know what? But they don't have to go into the room necessarily. You could just be there with the boys. Or at least go assess the situation from being in the hospital, not relayed through different people, second, third, fourth hand.
It's an advocate perspective. Yep. I always recommend people not especially young children.
They're so little. I mean, they could,
right.
like, I want them to have, if it's gonna have to be memories, I want them to be good. Because their last memory would have been him taking them to school this morning.
Okay, so she is. She doesn't want to have any bad memories of them being near him in a hospital. Really? And you're in shock, and that's the kind of decision you're making here?
This morning.
How do you know that anything? It's like she knows he's shot in the face. What if he's shot in the chest and they have him covered up? He's just going to be there. Seriously? That's what the boys are going to remember? What are they going to remember years from being they're 4 and 5? They'll have such vague memories. The bottom line is y'all should have been there, and that never happened because she had no interest in it. Her and the boys should have been there, no doubt.
Is the police officer still at school? Like, are the boys safe there right now?
I don't know the for sure answer to that, but I do know that.
Now she's wanting to know where the boys are. Okay. Almost 2 hours into it. She's not asking details. Are the boys still going to be there? What's the plan for them? How am I going to meet up with them? She's fishing for info. That's the most important thing. Clear her name, fish for information, keep leaving the breadcrumbs.
They checked on them.
I know they checked on them, but like the kids, I just want to make sure they're okay.
Let me go talk and let me ask them that for you.
She's upset.
Wendi, look at me.
Because she doesn't have enough information.
For them to think that
She's not luring enough details in with her fishing effort here.
going to happen to the boys right now, okay?
Okay.
And I just want you to know that there's no indications that.
But why would someone do this? Like, why would they just come after my whole family?
Yeah, there she go. There she's leaving the breadcrumbs to say this gives me justification to say I was scared. I had to leave, flee the city. There's a madman on loose trying to kill every one of us in sight.
I do hear your concern. I do. I just want you to.
She would be asking about details like what leads you have. Are you tracking the shooter? How do you know it's not an accident? Those kind of things.
No, though, like there's no. If there was an indication.
I mean, there's no indication some crazy person was gonna kill Danny, so why would they not think someone was gonna, like, anything could happen, right?
Anything can happen, right? I could be next. I need to leave the town. All this is breadcrumbing.
From what I understood, that there was someone that was at the school.
They didn't find anyone like running away to see him today.
I don't know that answer. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm giving you a lot of. I don't know.
I know. I'd rather that than you make something up, but I just have no idea what's happening right now.
I'm sorry. Let me go see and try to talk to Investigator Isom and see if he can give you a little bit more clarity.
Okay, thank you.
That's true. Maybe doctor and nurse and ICU are well equipped to handle this. They do it all the time. That's spot on. She's a little bit scared still. No, she's on camera. And she's a lot of things she's trying to do. How do I act about this? How do I act about that? How am I going to get all the answers out of these guys? They haven't totally told me I'm in the clear yet. Why can't Islam just tell me, look, you're not a suspect. We got you cleared. So she's definitely scared. She's relieved in large part, but she still wants to make sure she leaves there with peace of mind. Does anybody believe this stuff? Anybody? Does this sound like somebody that's just in shock? Yeah, smiling in the tissue, says Tamara Bullock. Yeah, she's not been told he's not going to pull out of this and survive.
Okay, I tried Lynn's office, and of course it's, she's a state worker at 4:30 on a Friday, so she wasn't there.
Do you
I
have her
called-
cell phone for my phone?
And not yet.
Okay.
I called Alan
What
and
is your name?
Sergeant Baldwin, Joanna, sorry. And I spoke with his secretary. He didn't answer his cell phone. I did get a hold of Jane. Okay, so she is on her way. Okay, and I'll keep trying Alan.
Jane's
Maybe
on her
sending
way.
him a whatever message to his phone, so he will probably call me.
Did
when
you
he
tell
gets
Jane what happened?
No, I told her I didn't want to tell her over the phone. I said, I'm sorry, I'm being cryptic. Something's happened with her ex-husband and she needs you here and we need help picking up the kids and you're free to go with her when she gets here. We'll work on car seats. They may be done doing what they need to do with your van
Oh,
when she gets here. So y'all can take your car or we can get the car seats, however we need to do it.
okay,
Okay?
okay.
Do you want anything to drink? Or I know that's probably the last thing on your mind, but
Yeah, I don't know who this
anything to
lady is
drink
right
or
now. Somebody with the
snack,
victim
or
witness
I know you were at
office.
lunch, but
Just some water.
Some water? Okay.
Thank you.
no problem.
You got somebody?
Yep, she's on her way.
Okay, where's she going?
She's coming here,
Okay.
and then I told her we would figure it out from there. She doesn't have car seats, so we need to
Can
work
you get
that
with
out.
Couch? Because he's doing the van.
Okay.
I thought all her
They
friends
can,
had kids.
Move the car seats over to the
Yep.
other car.
And I didn't know if we'd be done or what, but we will get those.
Yeah, all right. I'm trying to keep you informed as much as possible.
Thank you.
I'm trying to be in a bunch of places at once.
My
It's-
grandmother once said you can't have your tuchus in two places at once. So it's hard.
Oh, look at that, making him laugh, making him like Eve that much more. How funny! Nice time to be cracking jokes.
It's true, that's true. Here's,
I'm losing my mind over here.
okay, this is the thing, all right? My
Really? Losing your mind because you don't have the answers you want?
understanding, okay, I'm gonna give you the let me do it backwards, because this will be easier, or not backwards, but the other way.
Is he still alive?
Clinically, he's not gonna live.
Is he still alive? Look at that. Like she's worried. Is he still alive? Oh no, is he still alive?
What does that mean?
He has
Is
a
he brain
severe,
dead?
yes, he has a severe brain injury.
So much shot in the head.
It's
Okay, so right there, look at how long this has taken. An hour and 56 minutes into this interview, and now she's wanting to know this detail, and only she's wanting to know the detail because they haven't confirmed that he's definitely not going to make it. So only when she's wanting to know for sure is he not going to make it, she wants to know the details of why he's not going to make it.
it's apparently there's too much damage to recover from it. Okay, that's why we need to get a hold of
His
his
family.
parents. Right.
I don't know what his I don't know if he has an advance directive or.
That's the kind of answer you're going to say? Advanced directive? Really? When he's brain dead, you're asking about advanced directive. Unbelievable.
What he would have wanted. He once told me that he would want all. We joked. I said I would want to be like, if I was ever. I have an advance directive. I do this kind of work. I run a medical legal partnership. Like, if I once said if I ever was like brain dead, I would want to be like, I'd want the plug pulled.
Right.
And he said he would want all efforts made. Like, he would be cryogenically frozen. Like, he wanted every single effort that could be made to keep him alive. I know that much.
My understanding, and that's what we'll have to get a hold of the family as soon as possible, but my understanding is there's irreparable damage. There's nothing that can be done.
She wants to know for sure.
I'm not there, I wasn't there, but I understand from previous cases that the brain, his brain is damaged beyond repair. There's nothing that can be done for that.
Is he still alive? Should I bring the kids to see him?
No. He has severe facial injury.
Okay, so now she's just learning, in this last here, almost 2 hours in, that he's got facial injuries. So maybe it's not good to have the boys see him in that condition, but she didn't know this up until now. And she was never told that he was dead. He was just in the process of having severe injuries that will lead to death, but never asked the timeline. Still hasn't asked the timeline.
I'm sorry, and
How long
I
is he
know
gonna
this is
survive?
tough, but I would not want my children to see.
Okay, I just thought I got this inkling that maybe he was like still somewhat conscious, and I
No.
wanted him to get to be with
Oh, now you think of that now. Right now, 2 hours in, this is so contrived.
them. If that, okay,
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry about that, but that's
Okay.
that's the way it is. They, like I said,
Okay.
there's severe injury, trauma.
Okay.
All right.
Is there someone is there a doctor working on him, or are they just?
There's doctors at the trauma bay, the ER.
Yeah.
This is not looking like she's that concerned about him. She's not saying that anything positive, like they need to try harder, they need to bring their best. I need to go see him. I need to leave this. No, she's more worried about ruling herself out as a suspect. That's what it looks like.
I think he's been transferred to ICU.
Okay.
All right, and they'll
2 hours in, that's when you start asking these details, right? Unbelievable.
have to make a determination about organs.
Oh my
and so
God.
forth.
Oh.
So, hence, hopefully we can.
Okay, the kids. Yeah, the kids.
All right, now let's talk about the kids. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't know who the contact person was. Was it one of the ladies that you were eating with?
No.
Miss McPherson.
I thought I wasn't supposed to contact them, so I didn't ask about those two because I thought it seemed. Anyway, I
That's
asked
fine.
2 other women I'm friends with.
Okay, that are familiar with
I
the
think
children.
Jane is who they got.
Does the daycare place have to be contacted to allow her to?
Oh, I kind of thought I would go with her.
Okay, here's the thing. All right, as soon as this phone comes back,
Yeah.
I have to ask you some questions about I've already known about the phone.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for?
It would be weird for Jane to Jane likes the boys a lot, but it would be better for Lynn to pick them up just because Lynn has picked.
Hearing these details, he's really not going to make it. He's brain damaged, shot in the face. Again, who did this? Where did it happen? I don't. How does it? No, this can't be real. None of that. She's a substitute.
Them up before, when Danny had a back surgery.
Okay.
They call her Aunt Linny. They're really close with her. If we could get her cell phone number.
Okay.
Or
Lynn and Jane know each other at all?
Probably a little through me, but
not
Why would
friends.
she be mentioning organ
yeah.
donation? Just trying to.
I mean, Jane would be
Appropriately.
Jane's a therapist. She'd be very comforting. She has 2 kids of her own. She'd be fine. But I'm trying.
They harvest your organs while you're still alive, by the way, so that just guarantees your death is imminent.
Not to freak the kids out any more than necessary. So Lynn or Alan, her husband, Alan or Lynn would be the best choice.
You don't have a number by heart for them?
No.
Okay.
Here, let me go check with Joanna and see
Please.
where she got, if she got far with them.
The reason being is.
You need to talk to me.
Yes.
Okay.
And you've been great. I mean, you understand exactly how we have to do things, and I haven't had to explain a lot of stuff, but really, I feel the need to. I really want you here.
Okay.
If and you're not under arrest or anything like that.
I understand why you think I'm the primary suspect.
No, you're not the primary suspect.
Okay, I understand why I'm the primary suspect. Really, why is that? Tell us why you think that. And then he's right away say, no, you're not. So again, fishing for information, and he right away lets her know, no, she's not. She's not.
I have to work just as hard, whether you were or you're not.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
To show what your activities were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's put it this way, I think you're a straightforward person. And I think at this point, if you had anything to do with this, you'd have already told me.
Okay.
And you haven't.
Look at, she's relieved. Wow. Awesome. She's thinking.
So my thing is that let's let the.
My ex-husband caused me a lot of grief.
Look at that. She's relieved. That's what she wanted to hear.
I would never do something like that.
I know. And it's
So
going
I
to.
understand why I would
Okay.
be the person you would think would do something, but
Well, we have to work just as hard to eliminate
it's
people.
fine. I want to figure out who this is because I'm honestly worried.
Well, let me ask you, if you found out that this was someone that you personally know, would that change your mind about what should happen to that person
That's a good
About what
question.
should happen to that person?
for prosecution purposes?
No.
Is
I mean,
there
if
any way
somebody-
that you would think
If
somebody
somebody tried to kill my ex-husband, they should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
regardless of who it is?
I mean, it would be different if I thought it were my brother, but I don't think it was my family. Anyway,
Oh my gosh. Okay. So family excluded, that'd be, they would have more justification. Should get off very lightly on punishment.
outside my immediate family, that's a tough one. But
Okay.
I don't think my immediate family did this. So
Okay.
I don't think my immediate family did. So she's bringing up her family before Isom does here, before he's asking him in details about would they have any possible motives and interest in having Dan Markell executed?
if it's anybody else, yeah.
Okay. Would you think that this guy Charlie would even be capable of doing something like this?
No. No.
Let's just talk.
He's the Joker.
Okay. All right. Based on.
This is Detective Isom here interviewing her. That's who Isom is. Yeah, William S. Yeah, she's fishing, and yeah, this detective I think really was telling the truth. They have the ability to lie and misdirect as much as they want when they're doing an interview of suspects, but I think he was telling the truth when he says, yeah, she's doing great.
The fact that the clock is already ticking, all right, and we have to do as much work as possible up front. That's why I want you to stay here,
Okay.
if at all possible.
Okay.
But you're these children's mother, and if they have somebody,
you can't freak them out. You know, like
nobody's gonna freak them out.
I know. I'm just saying, like my kids, like they're already gonna have to deal with so much. Like they're gonna wonder where I am, and the best thing would be Lynn and Alan to have them hang around with them. My friend Janine, I was with two women. One of them is they're both doctors, but one of them has kids that the boys are friends with. And so, like, he could go over their house. They could go over their house and spend time. I don't want them like, where's mommy? What's
Mommy's
going on?
busy. Mommy's busy. Can't come here right now. Will that suffice?
For a little while,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Lynn, do we have a number for Lynn?
Joanna tried to get in contact with her, left a message at Alan's office for him to call. They haven't heard back yet.
Can they page him? Like, do they have a?
Now I know Jane's on the way here, and you just don't think she.
I mean, I think she'd be okay. I think I'd rather Jane. Jane has just never picked up my kids before.
Would the school have a problem with Jane picking them up?
Given the circumstances, no.
Okay. Well, I mean, do they have to have authorization?
They probably do. I mean, I could call the school. And
That's a good point,
this
Jen.
is a very
Who would
unusual
say that?
circumstance. I could call.
I don't think they had anything to do with it. Like, you might want to look their way, investigate my brother, possible other family, or is it? Because surely an innocent person like me would not point the finger at my family, right?
Call the school and tell them I approve Jane McPherson to pick up the kids, and then
Does she have a place to take them?
I mean she has a nice house, like
She
a
willing to do
child-friendly
that?
house.
I know she's on her way here.
She doesn't know
so.
what happened. I don't think she
Okay.
just knows I'm here.
Let's get Jane's on her way here, all right, and the school's out on Tharp, and I'm assuming she lives up in the northeast part of town.
Quite an assumption. Yeah, she's off Waverly, and her husband is a writer, so both parents are around.
let's have Jane, do you want me to talk to her or just tell her that, or have Joanna tell, I'll talk to
I
Joanna.
think someone should. Jane was a victim advocate too for a while. She's in there. Jane McPherson.
McPherson?
My
When was
friend
she a victim advocate?
In Gadsden.
Okay.
Maybe she wasn't. She's a therapist.
Okay.
Does she do something at the university now, or is she just a PhD
She was the 1
student?
million bones woman.
Okay, that's where I know it's coming from.
Will you coordinate with her, let her call the school to have Jane pick the children up? I'm gonna redirect Jane to the school directly.
Okay.
It's what's
Creative
yours?
Preschool. It's on Tharp. Right past there's a Magnolia School, and then there's Creative on your right.
It's right up here, right?
It's on Tharp.
No.
There's a couple.
West of town?
There's a couple. I'm really bad with directions. If you were to go all the way up Tennessee and turn right, like on, I think it's Ocala, right where Super Perros is, and then you'd make a left on Tharp, you'd go up a little ways more and it would be on your right.
Creative Preschool.
I'm gonna throw up.
Come in the bathroom if you need to.
Okay.
Do you want to go
Leave
in there
this
for a
open?
bit?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, let me know if I'm just gonna Google it. If that's okay.
Creative Preschool, yeah. Whoa.
Must realize she's still on camera, putting hands over her face.
2546 West Third Street.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Do you want?
It's like a whole cast of characters. You get Jane from 1 Million Bones. Were you involved in that?
I knew about it. I know I saw a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah.
I can't recall if I've done anything directly with it. But
One good thing about Isom is that he at
do you
least
want me to talk to them first?
has her
or-
talking. He's held her there
Would
for
you tell them what happened or
it's
no?
going to be.
Okay. I will
See
talk
how
to them.
far are we into this? She was there 3 more hours.
I just say, this person's will pick up Stephanie's circumstances, please.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Chuck. This is Wendy, Ben and Lincoln's mom. Hi. I'm not going to be able to pick them up today, but my friend Jane McPherson's going to come. Is that okay?
Look how normal she sounds.
Her name is Jane McPherson. She's a petite woman with short blonde hair. Yes. She should have her ID if she's driving. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chuck. Are the boys doing okay? Okay. Well, that sounds great. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a little bit late to be
Okay,
picking up
bye.
the boys. It's almost 5 o'clock. They're supposed to be swimming with their dad.
My kid's outside playing. Ben is in the blocks area playing with blocks.
They're only a year and a half apart, so they'll be like a
Boys
year
who-
behind
Sounds
each
happy.
other every time in school, right?
They
Sound
have,
happy
That was
again.
a July birthday. Lincoln's October, so they made it up a little more spaced. in.
Okay. So like have because July he'll probably be like the young baby in classes.
That was our.
He'll be the older.
That's what we were supposed to talk about this morning. Is like whether Ben should start kindergarten or go to kindergarten twice, or what he should do.
But you never answered the phone, did you?
And then he
He
didn't
called.
call me back, which was weird.
Are you thirsty?
Yeah.
Let me see if
Is it Joanne or Joanna?
Joanna.
She said she was gonna bring some water.
Okay. We're kind of all running around. Let me
feel
get
like-
that for you.
Not
Let me
around
grab
this
some more
much.
tissues too.
I've gone through.
Oh, I want to be around you.
It all still laying there, all that
I just
Kleenex.
know if I was sitting here, what would I probably want? Not much, but I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
She's not upset. She's not crying. She has some time alone now. Not talking out loud. She's wargaming this out. That's what it looks like. Knowing he's still alive, she's still not made an effort to get up there and see him. To be there, even if she doesn't go in the room, just to be there. Just to be there. This is a call his parents. That's common decency and dignity you do as an ex. This is the grandparents of your 2 boys. You owe them a call. But she says they're going to think she did this. So that's her excuse. It's more than $1,000 a month for child for Social Security. It's more like, I think she's years ago, it was like around $5,000 a month. Okay, start acting out now. You know you're on film. That's not grief. That's not somebody in shock. That's somebody in deep thought. Yeah, I agree with Carrie here. Yeah, it's around over $5,000 by now. I'm sure she's getting from federal government for the 2 boys. Yeah, does this any of this seem genuine? True shock, true disbelief? It doesn't come across that way, I think, at all. Every time you look at this, you see another indicator. Yeah, these cameras are not hidden in most all these police stations. You can see the cameras. They're normally up high, out of the way.
I guess this is a very different version of me you saw on the stage speaking versus having this. Thank you for that.
Yes, but this is an acceptable version given the circumstances, I don't think.
I just keep picturing the kids.
Look at that. She's got.
And from what I understand, Lynn's here.
Lynn's here?
Yeah,
We
I
still
think
got to
they're
go
gonna
to
ahead and work on
5:05.
the kids.
Can I just like get a hug from her?
Let me see if she's still here. She's not up here probably, so let me see.
I'm sorry, I don't want to run you around. It's
No.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
I just.
Do you want a hug from her?
I'd really love. Yeah.
That's okay. Sometimes all I can do is run around. Okay.
Injection of reality.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where's microdots? I think they got to go over so much information, though. But yeah, they should just do this interview. Just think all that built up fear and she was looking at facing contempt of court. All that's gone away now. They got a new place for her to live in Miami. It's like her whole life in Tallahassee she can leave behind in a couple days. Start a whole new life. What Dan executed like that. Why is it all about coming out of her nose and not her eyes? Yeah, she's about to lose her career too. Yeah, that would have happened. Should have lost her job at a minimum. Maybe nothing with the state bar, or she didn't know exactly what happened at state bar based on what Dan was pursuing. But yeah, no, she wasn't a widow because they'd already divorced. She was not a widow. Yeah, we'll have to look at her testimony again in Charlie's trial. Some of you have asked about it, so because keep in mind she's going to be called again for Donna's trial. So refreshing our memory of how she acted in this interview and how she acted, especially in Charlie's trial, I think that's a good thing to refresh our memory on and see how the story keeps changing. Look at that. She's spending this time there pondering, thinking, not thinking about Dan at all. How she can be there to support Dan. She'd be hightailing out of there 2 hours ago. But you know what? It's 2 hours, 17 minutes. No interest in going up there. There was a couple million in life insurance that Dan had, but so she gets the money through the life insurance through Dan's sister Shelly. So it's technically for the boys, but yeah, it's going to her. The boys are minors, so they don't get the amount of money every month. So yeah, between Social Security benefits and a couple million in life insurance, yeah, she's doing fine. No, the parents haven't been called yet. No, she's not been. No one's flipped on her yet, and she's not been arrested yet. But she has been named an unindicted co-conspirator in the murder of Professor Dan Markel. Yeah, Sally, that's a good question. If she's not under arrest, why is she still there? I mean, she's there to make sure she gets cleared. She wants to be cooperative because just after today, she's never going to be cooperative with the police after this, except for when she's subpoenaed and has to. cooperate. Otherwise, she could be arrested for not cooperating, be held in contempt of court. That's why they can keep ordering her to show up to each of these trials and have to testify. And each time her story gets more and more unbelievable. She's been really cross-examined a lot, or I should say it was more like a hostile direct, but she's been outright confronted by Georgia Kappelman in the last trial, unlike any of the previous. They were really light on her on details and didn't insinuate her being involved much like they did this last time, involved much meaning in the murder. Yeah. Do most people realize ex-spouses are the number one suspect in murder cases? Why would she know that? So I'm going to go ahead here. Look at that. She's got her hand down, her face down in her hands. All right, so here at 507. I'm going to speed this up. How can you just be sitting there?
I really not get Jane. I'm sorry. My real quick stay a little bit longer than. Yes, her husband's gonna get Jane and bring her here for you to see.
Alan is gonna get Jane. I'm sorry.
Investigator Isom, which is the man that's been talking to. He's gonna grab her.
Grab Jane.
Yes, and Jane kind of voiced to Joanna the kids probably wouldn't really necessarily recognize her. So, and in the meantime, Alan and Lynn got in touch with Joanna. So I think now what's happening, and Joanna already called the preschool. Sorry, I know this is a lot of information taken, but I think Lynn's gonna come here, get car seats, go to the preschool.
She can't take the car because they're like examining the car.
I think, or I don't, but essentially,
if they
yes.
can take the car seats out, the car's so dirty.
Okay.
It's covered in Cheerios. And I actually meant to make an appointment this week to get it cleaned, and I didn't get around to it. So
Again, started laughing. What about
so
cleaning?
they're gonna take
Really?
the car seats out of the car, put them in Alan and Lynn's car.
And then they'll bring them.
Alan and Lynn, like, the kids will be quite comfortable around them.
Right, okay.
And Jane's right, she hasn't seen the kids in a while. So Jane's coming in here now?
Yes.
Does she know what's going on? Do
I-
Alan and Lynn know what's going on?
I think they know.
Through her testimony, if they keep pressing her, more and more will be revealed and more will be indications of involvement. It's happened that way every single trial.
That he's been seriously injured. I don't.
Hi, honey. Oh, dear. Oh, Wendy.
I really needed some help, but I'm sorry, I needed to call you.
Okay, sweetie.
Did they tell you?
She apologizes that she had to have her be called. Really?
They didn't tell me. I know
Are things on the news?
it is on the news, but I don't know anything. I know there was a shooting in Danny's block this morning. That's all I know.
That's all I know.
Yeah, because you haven't asked any questions. But you do know the fact he got shot in the face, so you're not telling her that, right?
Oh dear, oh, honey.
Look
you know
down.
How he is.
He's not good, Jane.
Really.
I was driving up the street and I saw like the tape and I just thought, oh, maybe there's like an electrical outage or something. Like I saw the street blocked.
So you
I was driving into town. I was running errands. I was meeting some friends for lunch and I drove up Trescott because it's the shortcut.
It's a shortcut, really? Did you really tell her that you're going way out of the way, 40 minutes out of the way? to drive by that house? No. So even there, she's lying to Jane, saying it's a shortcut.
And so I drive up Trescott and I see the tape, and I was like, I guess there was like an electrical outage.
So you driving up Trescott and saw the tape. She doesn't mention the tape was right there, right next door to Dan's house where the boys stayed the night before. And she didn't go check on the boys or ask, hey, what happened at that house?
Because sometimes we'd have trees that would fall or whatever, and so I turned around and didn't think anything of it. I was at lunch.
Turned around and see, yet in the last trial, she said that she never turned on Trescott, that all of Trescott was blocked off, which is completely not the case. We saw it from the news crews out there that it was like right next door to the house of Dan's that the police tape was. It was not like a mile plus down the road at the corner of Trescott and Centerville Road.
With two friends, and the officer shows up. And I've been here since then.
And you don't have a phone?
Well, I had a phone. I gave them. I said you could search my phone because maybe they can like find something useful on it.
We have to go through a lot of these steps, and that's
Of
as
course,
explaining to her. It's just as much effort to go through the steps to exclude anybody that could possibly be
Well,
involved.
of course, yeah.
So we have her phone as soon as it's apparently it's taking a little bit longer than normal, and as soon as we get done with the phone, she'll get it back.
Yeah.
So we're just, but the main thing I was concerned about is the kids need to be picked up on Friday.
Right, and so
Yeah, he's real concerned about it, but you know what? Does she seem concerned about it? Their mother? She wants their phone back. That's why she's also not leaving. So
when I came and they said they'd spoken to the Grossmans,
Yeah.
I was like, I'll get the kids. I'm a
Right.
social worker. I've picked up kids that don't know me before, but I
Right.
think
I
especially given this.
I gave them your name and Lynn's name
Right.
and said, I think like Alan and Lynn have done it. Like when Danny had his back surgery, Alan and Lynn did it before. So because I was out
Right.
of town,
And
so
they
like
have, right.
they've
They
done
have.
it before. They've got 4 kids, so they can.
I have, you're gonna be here for a while. You want me to
I think
set?
so.
So, like, I might have a blanket in my car or something.
Do we have anything
Do you have
here, or have they all
something
been
for
used?
somebody who could get?
Let me check.
This
see if
woman
I have
is
one that's good enough for
freezing.
her.
And I apologize, I thought about that when she was shivering earlier, but I guess got a lot of stuff going
No,
on.
there's clearly there's
It's not really the most
it
important
isn't.
thing
It's
right
not the most important thing.
No.
there she is smiling again. Seems sort of giddy about it.
I saw her shivering, and I kept thinking I'll go out and find out if there's. They had a bunch of them.
That doesn't sound like she's traumatized. It sounds like more she's relieved. The trauma's over. Does anybody come look at this and think that she's acting traumatized by this?
A bunch of them, but I don't know what's still available.
So what do you mean he's not good? What do you know about this?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Oh my god.
But she doesn't know how long he's got, and she's not trying to get up there to show any respect for Dan.
I don't know how I'm gonna tell the kids.
Let's put that on.
That would be great. Thank you.
Thanks.
You really know that? You know that?
What's that? I'm sorry.
You know that they don't think he's gonna make it through this? Oh,
You're not gonna make it.
really? He's a TMH right now?
Mhm.
And I was asking because I thought maybe he would, and I wanted
Right.
I wanted the kids to be
Yes.
with him if like he was
No,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jane's the one she went for a walk with earlier that week when she had laryngitis and couldn't talk. They went for a long walk together. So how much talking do they do?
And he has family and stuff at the hospital or something?
We don't have any
No.
family here in
No,
Canada.
Right, I know, but I mean,
There's no family.
No,
They don't-
girlfriend and
no, there's no effort of Wendy to notify his friends. And we got to call some folks right away. No effort whatsoever. That right there shows how much she really cares about Dan. She won't even call The family won't even call friends that could right away show up. The family's in Canada, so obviously they can't show up right away. But how does she know that they can't fly there in time before he passes?
Anybody come down? Nothing?
Amy, I don't know if Amy knows yet. I don't have Amy's phone number.
Amy's on
Oh.
Facebook.
I'll contact her later.
She's on Facebook. I mean, she can be found.
Yeah. I was thinking of one more thing. This is really tangential, but his friend I told you about, Matt Price,
Right.
his wife's brother was killed. So if you're gonna call someone first, Matt's gonna lose it. So
I don't intend on calling Matt. I just need
Okay.
to have the background on different associates and friends and so
Right.
yeah,
forth. You know, my objective is to find out who did this. So based on what you've told me, I'm gonna take that information, compile it with other information that other investigators have worked on, and we'll see where it leads.
okay.
Now, I'm not saying anybody that you told me about is any way involved.
Is there
I
any
don't know.
sign of stuff being stolen from the house?
I can't discuss that.
Okay.
So,
But you are discussing that you don't think he's gonna live.
I'm telling you a fact that I know he's not gonna live. He's not gonna live. Okay. So,
Is he dead? No.
well, I already discussed that with her. He has enough injury that's traumatic enough that he's not gonna be able to recover from it.
Okay, but he could be alive for days or weeks. They're not. She's not asking that question. Wendy's not asking that question.
Did Lynn already go get the boys?
Yeah.
What's happening right now is Lynn's on her way here. She doesn't have car seats. Gonna take the car seats out of your van, put them in Lynn's vehicle, and she's gonna go directly to Creative Preschool,
She has a key to my house, so she can.
pick up the kids. If I get a chance to, when she arrives, I will talk to her briefly and basically tell her, you know, let's wait on discussing anything with the children.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure she would do that anyway.
Yeah. I wonder if it would be better if she didn't know. Like if you
That's fine.
I mean,
just so
here's-
that she like she's because she's gonna be done. Like, what if she can't then drive and go get the boys? Like,
okay, but let me just say to you, I didn't know anything when I came here. So my husband Googles and says there was a shooting on Trescott Drive this morning at 11.
I got a call from
So-
my like real estate agent who heard something.
So I know that I didn't know why I was coming here, but anybody with more sense would have known that.
John told you that
Yes.
when you told him you were coming here? Or?
No, they found John.
Mhm.
Interestingly, they found John's cell phone number.
They found me eating lunch. I don't know how that happened. I'm fascinated still.
We have ways of finding.
Yeah, it's interesting. So they called my husband's
That's really. How can these people be laughing? I just don't get this.
cell phone, and he was like, "Here she is." Talk to her, and they said you needed me at the police department, so I came.
Right.
It was not a.
What did you think I needed you for?
I wasn't thinking it was good news, but I didn't. My thought was that Danny had probably assaulted you. That was my
I
thought.
think that was Lisa's thought.
Oh,
which is like,
wow.
there was a shot on Trescott,
So-
and so I hope you're okay.
So
Danny assaulted you. Wow.
The
that
realtor.
Yeah.
So that was my, but this scenario, which is now not seeming real to me,
Yeah,
didn't
well, me
seem
neither.
like was not what I,
Me neither.
What I
but
thought of.
I just keep picturing the kids.
right. No. So there's no point in doing that. Don't do that. So
When
with-
Lynn gets here, I'm gonna just ask her to take the kids to her house. Would that be
Instead of my
reasonable?
house?
I think
Wouldn't that
that's
be
much
more
better.
reasonable?
Is that better? She has a TV. They can
Yeah,
watch TV.
yeah,
I know, but
Yes.
they've been there before.
A
Yeah.
bunch.
Yeah,
they're
take them
very
there.
comfortable there.
They
Take them
have
there.
children of their own.
They've got 4 kids. They're grown, but
take them there. Take them
okay. Yeah.
Because,
I'm gonna go make sure that I don't miss her.
Okay.
thank you.
Lynn Grossman, right?
Mhm.
Holy
This is
cow.
Sarah, by the way.
Hi, Sarah. Are you a victim advocate?
I am.
I said you used to be a victim advocate. Was I
That's
right?
not true.
Not
Yeah,
sure.
I've done lots of stuff like that.
I
but-
recognize your name, and then she explained.
What's your last name?
Latour. I've only been here about 2.5 years.
I am losing my shit.
Well, that would be appropriate. I
Laughing.
think you should do
Yeah,
that. I
and
think
laughing.
If you don't do that, that's
Jane,
not right.
who would have done this?
I have just
And
one
are they
idea.
going to come after my kids? Or me? Who's next?
Is Jeff this much of a lunatic?
I don't even think of Jeff.
Oh, Jeff Lacasse. Oh, what a nice name drop there, Jane McPherson. Yeah, Dan Markel's the kind of guy that could assault you, get the police there to protect you and arrest him. And oh, now Jeff Lacasse could be the one to do something like this.
Hope to God not.
May I ask who Jeff is?
Yeah, of
Yeah, I
course.
think you should. I think Wendy's been seeing a guy called Jeff,
Who's a friend of Jane's. And
who's jealous.
yeah.
Are you still currently seeing him, or just something you kind of
Well,
let taper off?
it's
maybe?
been a bad week.
Okay.
Yeah, Jane and I actually went for a walk together Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, early this week.
Earlier this week, but you've taken a 1 week break from
I took
Jeff.
a 1 week break from communication with Jeff to figure out what to do.
Okay.
Because we've been dating for like
A year.
9 months, so like 10 months a year.
And when you use the word dating to you, is that's my boyfriend, or is it more of just dating,
Yes.
like the casual? Okay.
Yeah.
No, like he was my boyfriend and involved with the kids, and I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and you broke up with him just a
And
couple days ago.
We had kind of a fight recently, and he's been trying to get back together, and I didn't know if I wanted to, and so he actually, the morning that I gave that talk, my boys were there and Jeff was watching them, so I could give the talk. Like he's, Jane, do you think I have to tell them about him?
I think you
guess.
have to tell them about him because that is the only
God forbid.
the only thing that I can imagine related to you, related to Danny. Would be
The only
Jeff.
thing I could come up with was like his girlfriend Amy is recently divorced, separated, not really divorced. Like,
Sure. So
what if-
either of those people.
Like the jealous boyfriend types. Like, what if the ex-husband?
Right, totally. And you know,
Yeah, jealous boyfriends type. So there she is, leaving those breadcrumbs to point the finger at other people that could have done this.
that this divorce has been very stressful, and Jeff has been very stressed out by the stressfulness of your divorce. You know,
I mean, I'll tell them this, right? Like, can you tell them?
And when investigator Isom comes back, you guys can just say, and he'll ask all the questions that investigators ask that I don't think of very often because I'm a victim advocate and I don't think of
right.
things.
I think you do have to tell about him.
I wasn't.
You weren't
Not
thinking
telling
of him.
on purpose.
No, I'm
It's-
sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
I wasn't thinking of it. I just kept thinking, like, who in the world?
Is he
He
someone
was-
that has, access to?
He's a professor of social work.
Okay.
He's
All right.
former military,
Yeah.
but I mean,
But he's
You
not-
wouldn't-
Yeah, former military. He knows how to use a gun, a weapon.
you don't think about this guy as like, oh, there's the kind of guy.
Right.
I mean, I would more just as like say that maybe you did this.
Right.
It's just relationally, he's jealous.
Right.
Well, he's jealous. He's got a reason to be jealous because she was seeing other men behind his back. That's one of the reasons they were having problems.
Something is bad. This and that. I'm just
Something is bad.
I'm
Yeah.
just assuming that this isn't true for the moment, but I guess that's not so.
And you have to look at it this way. Telling them this, if anything, will help them disqualify Jenny.
Right. That's
Yeah.
important to do.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to give them his number?
I don't. I mean,
So we can-
I can give them.
They have
I
my
give them-
phone, so-
they certainly have a ton of stuff from him.
Well, that's the one number she wants to give up right away. Jeff Lacasse. Make him the target. You knew he was leaving there this day of the interview. He left this morning, right about the time of the shooting. You never asked about the shooting, by the way. What time?
So I Googled Trescott shooting.
Thank you for being here. So you Google Trescott shooting, and what do you see?
Just that, police investigate shooting on Trescott Drive.
And it's on the news.
And unfortunately, the media here tends to get places, and they can't really stop them from being outside.
How often is there a shooting in like northeast Tallahassee, right?
On Trescott Drive?
On
Not so
Trescott?
often.
This is what I can't figure out. How did he get to the hospital? Like, did he call 911?
A neighbor, according to WCTV, here.
And this
That's the kind of question. How do you get to the hospital? It's like she's wanting to know, how did this get reported? And it's almost like, how do they beat me to the scene there?
we said the police department won't release his name until they notify
The family.
And them being in Canada puts a little bit more of a wrench into our notification because it's a little bit more difficult to do internationally. But we're in the process.
And there's really, his injuries are really terrible.
The police got notified because a neighbor. Is it a picture of the house? Oh my God! You can see the car. You can't tell it's our house.
Well, yeah, right. You can't tell it's not your house. It certainly appears to be a house like your house.
Yeah.
Another way of
They said the
fishing.
2100 block of Trescott Drive. It must be still blocked off. I bet it's going to be blocked off for a while.
It's certainly a crime scene, obviously a crime scene.
But it's like a thorough. I mean, a lot of people use that as like a drive-through.
Now, other people obviously know about this. Danny did show up places today.
I don't know that he had anywhere to show up today. Did he?
Yeah.
Like, did you know? Because like it's summertime, he works from home, right?
Right, but there are people. But imagine if any of us fall off the grid
when you didn't know that he left.
morning,
That's right.
Any colleagues?
He left the day
That had a
before.
meeting or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
all of the stuff he does over phone.
Right. Well, he and I were supposed to talk about where Ben was going to school, and it was very unlike him that I was the one who had to call him. So like he called early this morning. I had a repair guy at the house, and he called early this morning, and I left a message, and then I called him back. I have the phone record. He called at like 9, and he told me he went to Premiere. So he says, I don't know, like I think he went straight from dropping off the boys to go to Premiere, and then he said,
Yeah, she knew his schedule exactly. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do an exercise class that gets out at 10:15 or 10:30, and then we can talk after that. You remember how I had a voice thing? Like I hadn't talked to him. He was like, I know your voice is bad. Like, does today work? And he said we could go for a walk at the law school, or we could talk. And I have this message on my phone from him, which is why I said to the officer, there's no way he did this to himself. Like, zero chance that he shot himself. Danny.
I think there's zero chance. Danny would kill himself.
Yes, zero chance.
She is. I think that's like the 5th time now she's brought up suicide.
Someone did this to him. So he had plans that we would he said this at 9, we'll take a walk, we'll figure this out, we'll talk about school. And then I called him at 11:45 or so and left a message. And that was, I thought weird, but I thought whatever,
and you
meeting
probably thought, oh good.
But I was really anxious about
my
speaking
God.
with
Oh, it's so
him,
nice of
having
you to
this
laugh
really
like that. Really?
contentious issue about where
Which
our
of course
kid
it
is going to go to
is.
school.
Oh my God.
I mean, you know who this Dan Markell is. You know what condition he is right now. You know what horrible, horrific violence was inflicted against him. And you can laugh. That's so despicable.
And I didn't hear from him, and I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, well, they'll just call me later. And then at around noon, I had lunch plans at 1, and I was...
Yeah, you just waited hours to call him back, right? He called you, and you said you had your ringer off. Why would you have your ringer off as a mother of 2 kids, small kids, knowing he needed to talk to you about that? You knew his schedule, and you knew what time he'd be done with the gym. There's no reason you would not be available to answer your phone.
Supposed to go to a friend's engagement party tonight, and it's called a Stack the Bar engagement. So I went to go find bourbon. So I went to drive to ABC Liquors, and I went to go through Trescott, and it was blocked off. So I went around, and then I looked for bourbon.
No, Trescott was not blocked off. It was blocked off at Dan's house, and you didn't ask any questions.
Urban, and then I got gas. That's why I was trying to show the officer, like, I have receipts from all these things, but I don't know if it matters if they're at noon. I mean, obviously, like, I would be one of the people that they would think did it.
I mean, you have certainly the most contentious relationship with Danny that anyone has.
Yeah.
You know, but
They swabbed my hands.
well, fair enough.
Gunpowder.
They should. I mean,
They asked
they
me if
should.
I washed my hands since noon, and I was embarrassed to say I hadn't. I don't remember when I last washed my hands.
Oh, God.
I hear both of them
Yeah,
laugh, and
Jeff
how
is
giddy and
somebody
funny
that
is
should be
this?
And I don't know of anyone else.
They were asking, like, does he have gambling debt? Does he have? And I'm like, the only person he owes money to is me. Like, there's no one. He's like, he's a.
Ha ha ha! Yeah, and I still have the Holocaust surviving ring of Dan's deceased relative that survived the Holocaust in Germany. But I'm not going to give it back to him. Yeah, but I still expect him to give me the $120,000 he owes me on the house equity.
Great shooter, right? Like, he's not an alcoholic. He's not a gambler. He doesn't have a sex addiction. He doesn't, like, he doesn't have any, like, weird stuff going on in his life.
No, he's a difficult guy, but he's not.
That's what he was saying. He's like, is there anyone that hates him? And I'm like, he's difficult, but he's difficult
He's
in,
not
like, an
liked.
ivory tower kind of way.
He's not liked, but he's
He's
not.
not liked, but he's not hated.
Certainly not, and he has people who love him.
How do his students feel? Like, is he, like, are law students receptive to him? Like, oh, this is a great.
I think there's some that really like his method, and there are a lot who don't like him at all.
So you say he's more disliked?
He's
more
a very
feared.
abrasive guy.
Does he challenge you, kind of? Would that be a good?
He's challenging. He loves to argue, so he's fairly elitist. So, like, the students,
Very elitist.
Elitist.
students felt like put down by him a lot,
Okay.
and so they.
That's why she made sure he didn't bring up Harvard around her. He told his friends, don't bring up Harvard around Wendy. She's very turned off by that.
Feel like insecure, but again, we're not talking about like hateful and awful. We're talking about like difficult,
Right.
you know.
Right, and he has colleagues who really don't like him.
But not enough to.
But this is a different, right, it's a
Like,
different, right.
They don't like him. They don't want to go to lunch with him.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that laugh, please.
Yeah, no,
He doesn't
this
make
is-
friends easily, but it's not like he makes a ton of
and he has very close connections at the temple.
That's what I said. I
I mean,
said
he
he's
has-
got Jewish community and like.
He's important in the Jewish community, and he's loved.
You know all this about him, and you can laugh like that knowing the condition he's in right now? That is sick.
And he's
And there
serious
are
academic.
That is
Jewish temples in
sick.
Tallahassee, or just one?
It's kind of complicated. There's
There's
Temple
three, at
Israel,
least.
which is the Reform synagogue. There's Shomer Torah, which is the
Yeah.
conservative one that he belonged to.
Okay.
And then there's Chabad, which is sort of like, it's not really clear. It's kind of like a proselytizing thing. And he would donate money there and bring the kids to events there and spend time there. So he was sort of affiliated with two of them and bring the kids to stuff at
At
Temple Israel, too.
I mean, he's very, very connected across the Jewish community.
yeah, he's very
Because
involved.
he's also very like he had a major
That's
Jewish
true.
education, so he's extremely knowledgeable about Judaism, and he cares deeply about how people interpret scripture and law and rule and practice, and he's involved in all those sort of debates at the community level, and he's very it would be hard to overestimate how involved he has been in the Jewish community. He has a lot of connections.
And it was kind of one of the reasons why we got divorced is I just like, I'm Reform, I'm kind of culturally Jewish. Like we just had really different religious perspectives.
Why are you talking about all this and he's laying up in the hospital dying alone? Unreal.
In the middle of a fucking nightmare.
I didn't want you to be married to him, but this was the method.
Well, that's what I
Really? That's what you're going to bring up as he's laying there dying in the hospital? Really?
said
not
to
the
the
method.
officer, I was like, we had
Terrible.
a rough time, but
This has been a terrible
he's
time.
the father of my children,
Right.
and things were entering a new phase where he has this girlfriend and he's out of town a lot, and that was nice.
Yeah, that's so funny, Jane. Really funny.
I don't know.
That's why I know there's just, I mean, given his personality and everything, there's no way that he did this.
No, he didn't.
He had
didn't do
plans
it.
to be out of town. He was leaving on
And
Saturday.
he was delighted with Amy, and he's been delighted with this.
Yeah.
And delighted with the boys, and
Yeah.
delighted
Lady
with.
Law, you're right.
No,
he
didn't do this. So somebody did.
I mean, he was angry and upset about the divorce. Really, really angry at Wendi. Really, really angry. But really pleased with how things were going to go
It's been
forward.
2 years and things for him.
Really, really angry. Are you aware what stunt she was pulling against Dan? Violating the court requirements for visitation and communication between Dan and the boys? And also visitation?
A lot
Unbelievable.
Do you mind if I get Industrial Iceland to kind of tell him about Jeff?
I think you should do that.
Let me go grab him.
I can't believe you brought your own drink here.
Well, I wasn't sure how long I would be here. I was thirsty. I had just
Oh,
arrived
laugh
home
away.
for say a
Aha.
glass of wine.
So
When
funny.
they called and said, "Don't you want to go to the police department?" I said,
Jane,
"No, not really."
you believe me that I didn't do this, right?
I assume you didn't do this.
I wish I had I was home working on a paper that's due.
Well, you'll
I
have.
sent it in, I sent edits to
You'll
someone.
have.
I hope they have the time log.
Of course they will. Of course they will. All of that is evident. You will. You don't.
I understand why they think it would be me, but
Of course it would be you, but it's not you. Jeff would be my vote. Now, again, just going by, likely. I agree with you.
can't be an accident.
He didn't do this. Jeff,
I hope to God he did.
I know Jeff didn't do it, but I don't think
Jane,
Danny did.
somebody shot Danny.
To death. Holy shit.
I didn't even know that he was still living. Sarah told me that, and then I started freaking out.
Look at that pile of
the boys over there. Is he scared?
tissue there.
If he's not going to make it, but he's okay. Or he's not, I wanted the boys to be able to be
Isn't
with him.
there? Shouldn't somebody be with him?
I know, that's what I said. I was like, he's there and he's full on. I was like, is he with?
Shouldn't somebody who loves him?
Yes. Should I go? Someone needs to go there.
I know.
He's by himself.
Yeah, how about you?
I don't think they haven't called the family yet. They haven't called his parents. They were like, what are his parents' names? They're asking me.
How about the rabbi?
How about
Oh,
you?
that's a really good idea.
How about the rabbi?
Can you ask them?
Yeah, we'll do that right now.
So there's no rabbi at Shomri, but Rabbi Schnoyer Oyerman, that's really his name. He, him or Jack Romberg.
God, this Jane is
Yeah.
something else.
That's a really good idea. Yes. Especially if he's not going to make it, so that they
He needs
can.
to be blessed.
If
My
they can.
God, he needs a blessing.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for being here. I was sitting in this room by myself, losing my mind. I was at lunch with Janine and Ritu. I don't know if you know them, friends of mine, and these officers walk in, and we just finished. I ate a lunch, I had a whole
They're just
delicious
talking like it's
lunch,
normal.
and they're like, are you Wendi? We need to speak with you. And I was like, oh my God, are the boys okay? And they were like, the boys are fine. And then I thought, oh my God,
What's
not
fine?
Who's finding me here? And they wouldn't tell me. And so he said, I need you to get in the car. And so he drove me, and I started I just was like, what's going on? And they're like, your husband. And I said, ex-husband. And they're like, ex-husband? So they didn't have the,
how do they know? They're just starting this.
So they thought we were still married. And so I was telling him everything, and then I was thinking, oh my God, now they probably think I'm a suspect. I should.
But of course you're a suspect, and you're a smart suspect. You should be the suspect. But you're not gonna get framed for a crime,
right?
And it is in your absolute interest to, in every way,
tell them
everything, because to the extent that if they don't know whoever did, if this goes unseen.
Yeah, tell them everything you can. during this one visit to the police station there in Tallahassee. And after that, you'll never talk to him again. You'll never talk to the police. You've already had your lawyer lined up.
Solved.
I'm
That's
so
the worst
scared
thing for
of
your
so
boys.
many things, Jane. Like, do you think whoever did this is going to come after the kids?
I'm very worried about that.
Okay, you know what? That's something my wife had brought up. It's like, who in the world has ever heard of somebody going after killing an adult and then hunting down their young children and shooting them as well? That just doesn't happen. So it's like this is an excuse to flee the city.
And I think
I don't want to be like left alone in that. Like, I want protection. I'm scared. I don't know who this is.
I'm
I don't.
scared.
well,
Really?
I think,
Why aren't you asking questions to who
you
did
should
this
maybe
then?
go and stay at
You should be asking detail after detail after detail. When did this happen? Did any neighbors see what happened? What are you doing to find leads on this thing? None of those questions are being asked by a lawyer of all people.
I think you should go stay with can you go to Lynn and David's?
Ellen, yeah,
You
they
should.
have lots of bedrooms. I could just.
You
stay
should.
there
I mean,
for
the
a little
boys
bit.
are there.
Yeah.
And
I need to pick up a
They
few
need-
things. Like, I would need my contact lens case.
just go there. I mean,
She's leaving all those breadcrumbs for like, hey, I can't live in this town anymore. I gotta leave. I got a job I'm gonna leave behind. And you know what? My family's got a place for me to live down there already. They just leased last month. So gosh, what beautiful timing of all this.
I'm really glad you're here. I am losing my shit.
I wish they'd
Jane,
come back.
This is. They keep doing this where like they leave for long periods of time, and it's 5:30 already.
Yeah, you're really losing
I've been
it.
here for a while. I didn't know if like. I don't know. Are you looking to see if there's more info
No, I
online?
have not.
Been there
from
just
from
under
Dan
3 hours
and from
now.
Kara. So I called her.
She's not
I
going to
talked
leave
Kara
without her
yesterday. I
phone.
was taking a walk around 5. I met a new friend last night, a friend of a friend, this girl Malia. We went to Tallahassee food trucks
Wow.
last
Yes,
night.
like a morning coffee. I
hung out with
agree,
her for
Malcolm.
hours. Are you telling her?
Yeah. Because
I've not heard about that, Roger, that her neighbor saying she's fully packed before. I don't think that's something that's accurate. But she had not much furniture there in the house, so and the movers came some weeks later there to get her stuff. So close to a month later, the movers came and got all of her stuff. So she never had to show back up in that house.
she also Googled and said, "Oh my God, there was a shooting. Do you know?" So both she and John, Googled,
Why would they Google? Why would that just come up?
I mean, I said,
Who cares about something? Well, how are people finding out about this? Why would that come up? Why would you care about social media or the newsworthiness of this?
to both of them, I'm going to the department. They're the people I said, I'm going to, John was there when I got John got the call from the police officer. So then I'm in the car. I'm like, I'm calling Kara.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm on my way to the police office.
Well, I would have called you and Kara, but Kara's in Portland.
Right.
I'm really glad you're here.
So I just
big
no worries.
Yeah, not a big deal.
And
It's not a big
saying
deal.
part of the day's been shot at. It's serious because until I know that I can't quite take it, and that's the.
Do you think you could, like, you're allowed to leave the room? Can you? Oh,
Here they're coming.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that Lynn just came,
Oh, good.
just got the car seats in, and she's headed out.
So we have a real concern.
And poor boys, wow,
Would it be
having to deal with
possible for
this
a rabbi to be sent to the hospital?
Okay.
later
So,
on.
Danny's very
I don't know.
religious.
Okay.
I don't know if he's
And-
even alive, but
Okay.
We're just really struggling with the idea that he's there alone,
No.
and
Okay.
he's very religious.
Okay.
extremely.
And I'm sorry to think of this earlier, but I can give you the names of the 2 rabbis in
Okay.
town, and I think they should be called.
Okay.
At least he's not, because his family isn't, like, nobody's there with
Okay.
him.
If Sarah, can you write
With
down
the
these
rabbis
names?
now,
Yes,
okay,
I
it's
can-
been
I
almost
can
3
tell.
hours
Okay.
into this. Now you
Whatever's
think
happening.
rabbis
I
should
Whatever
show up?
state he's in, some kind of blessing
I
is
understand.
required.
Okay.
Okay,
absolutely.
So I don't have any phone numbers.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't.
But
I don't know if they're
Jack
still friends or not. But
Romberg is the name of
Romberg.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
is the name of one of the rabbis. The other rabbi has a name that's going to take you a while to spell. His name
Sometimes
is,
those are the easy ones because I find one and that's the only one there is.
his name is Schnoyer Eurichman.
Common spelling on that?
oh my
Nice.
gosh, that cackling going on, really? That is so cold, cruel.
Yeah, I wish it would.
But his
New
last name
page.
is Oirichman. Oirechman.
You notice Jane doesn't have any sympathy for the boys at all. You mean that'd be like, oh my gosh, your boys, what? Oh my gosh, the boys, what a great dad he was. She's got none of those kind of comments either. None. The normal reaction is to grieve for the boys as much as in denial. If you can get past the denial, your first reaction is going to be, what about the boys? How are they going to survive without their dad? This is just, it's going to put you in some kind of a deep shock. There's no deep shock here by any of these two characters.
His first name is
They're yucking it up, laughing, giggling, cackling.
Schnoyer. Schnoyer.
I'm just Googling Rabbi Tallahassee. And
I'll see what I can find. If you'll tear that out for me and I'll see what I can find.
Thank you.
But Lynn is here. The car seats are in. I've spoken to the preschool. I changed the name. They were fine with that.
Preschool knows that.
Lynn is coming.
Okay.
Yes, I've spoken with them after you spoke with them and told them she was coming. They were fine.
Okay. Do they know what's going on?
I don't know. The investigator,
Was
made
there.
contact, so I
Yeah.
don't know what all they know. But we spoke with Lynn and
She's so concerned with who knows what and where and how they're going to, but not knows details about Dan. Why don't you ask all those kind of details about Dan? And anyway,
She's
said,
gonna take him to the house.
Unreal.
and
Does Lynn
said,
know what's going on?
we explained to her he is severely injured. He may, probably will not make it,
But
but
he knows not to. They don't tell them.
correct.
So they're just gonna pick him up, say mommy's
Mhm.
in a meeting, mommy's busy.
Time for McDonald's. Auntie Lynn's picking you up,
Okay.
and then
I'm glad Jane can laugh. More laughing by Jane.
and I have her, cell phone number because I knew you didn't have your phone right then. We'll get that back to you here shortly, hopefully.
Okay.
And I told her that you would call her and probably go straight to the house, whether it's us taking you there, Jane taking you there, whatever, however
Does
you need to
McCarty
get
have to
there.
stay here?
I don't think so.
Did I gave them my keys,
Yep,
right?
they have the keys because I got the car seats out.
Okay.
But yeah, all that should be done.
Bereavement,
Unfortunately, just
really?
everything's time consuming.
Is Dr.
So
Lucina
that's
here?
kind of all we're waiting on.
Okay.
Let me see what I can.
Good. We need that. I mean, that's just urgent.
Okay,
That's
absolutely.
Just really
And
urgent.
it's Jack Romberg and Rabbi
You can call him like Oirichman.
or Rickman. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
Thank you for thinking of that.
You're welcome.
And I did tell Mr. Iceland that you want to talk to him again. So.
Yeah.
And is there a bathroom that I can use?
Yes.
I had a similar urgency need. Making me swipe my hands before they let me sit down there.
I don't know.
Yeah, look at all that laughing going on. Wow.
You're gonna go to your left. And then kind of in that little.
Yeah. Can you imagine talking to somebody about trauma in your life and they can laugh about this kind of trauma? Enter Craig. All right, so let me jump ahead here a little bit.
Do you mind if I sit in this chair?
Oh, please do.
Jane, I'm sorry. I don't know that his family knows yet. Did they get that information?
We're working on that now. What we do usually as a law enforcement agency, we don't like to tell people that over the phone if we can try to avoid it, just because it's kind of shocking news. And we
Yeah, in
usually
Canada.
So can you tell
What we're
law
trying-
enforcement there to go to the
correct.
house?
That's what we're trying to do now.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't know, especially people's conditions and how they're going to react. So if someone gets so upset that they have a heart attack or something, we want, not
It's
just be
better.
on the phone.
It's better to have a human.
Mhm.
But they're working on that now.
Yes.
So it's an actual fact that he's not going to survive these injuries.
That's what General Isom.
Yes, Investigator Isom. Yeah, that's what he.
He's not General.
Whatever. The phone grabs you sometimes, so it's okay.
I was just in the car with it. I'm like, what is your name? What do I do?
Okay.
I saw that one from Kara. If you need to call her, you can. You're not being held hostage here. Just tell her.
So we're in the process right now, and to do that, generally we have to. It's almost like a telegraph that we send to the other agency, kind of giving the information.
Right. I would keep thinking and talking about what this is doing to the boys. This is going to scar them for life. But none of that conversations come up.
And I'm going to make it's very old school as we were started working.
No freaking out here about
Well, I don't know what's happening right now, but
two boys fatherless.
Definitive? Do they want to wait until it's definitive,
Well,
or do they want him to
they want to get in contact with them because I think some decisions need to be made, and because they're his parents, they would be his next of kin. Yeah.
So he's still alive, but he's maybe on life support or some such thing.
I don't know
You
the
don't
medical
know.
terms around it, but it's from what Investigator Isom was telling her, it does not look.
He was shot in the head?
From what was Investigator Isom?
I said that and he didn't answer it.
So it's just he was very badly
shot
multiple times, maybe badly.
When I think he did say that there was trauma.
Yeah, see, multiple times. Wendy's not even asking questions like that. Isom had to bring up that he was shot in the face. That's why he's not going to make it. But she's not wanting to know any of those kind of details on her own. And this is some new detail 3 hours into this.
This phase. And
As
that's
I
when
was
you're
saying, I
asking
wanted
about
the
showing the
kids.
boy.
I wanted the kids
Yes, you
to be with him, but not if he
yeah.
looks scary.
And not if he's, there's nothing to be.
I know. I just thought he might be like.
No,
but
I know.
I got the
like
feeling
he
he
got
might be a
shot in
little
the
bit
leg.
alive.
Right.
And if he was a little bit alive, I wanted him to like touch
be
the
able to
kids
see
one
the
more
children,
time.
right? But he's apparently beyond that. Like he probably hasn't regained
From what Investigator Isom
consciousness.
said, correct, yes.
He's
from
been,
what he was saying, I wouldn't
he was
take
found
it.
in a really dreadful state, and he has not come out of any kind of. He ended that phase. Oh, Wendy, good Lord. Have you called your parents, darling?
No, after we're just
Did
going.
she call her parents?
They have
I don't see, they have.
No, that
Yeah,
wasn't
I know
something
they're
that
not
was
I do know.
she was supposed to bring up. And lo and behold, guess what? She's not asking to call her parents. I need time to call my parents, please. I need emotional support. No, none of that.
Family's number.
I don't
Know the answer?
I don't know that. I don't want to say yes. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm
but
gonna go to the bathroom and come back. Do you need to am I a suspect? You need to watch me?
No, I don't need to watch you.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah, she's not a suspect. They cleared her. Just got to go through the motions here to process information like her phone. But no, she's been cleared. Isom cleared her.
What I'll do too is I'll just check and see if you can call your parents. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see any issue with it.
I just think they're gonna want to come up.
Well, and you're gonna want them here.
Yeah.
So they
I want
need to.
them.
They need to get in the car right now, and they need to come up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what needs to happen because they can stay with you at your house.
And they can
We
help me
can
with the
we
boys.
just try to figure out if you're safe to be in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she wants that phone back. That's the best sign she's being cleared. Elsie, thank you. As I've told everybody, I do not need money, and we're doing fine. But that was very
Hey,
generous
it's
of you.
me.
So
So I'm
please,
just
I do not ask for money.
Danny is expected to die of gunshot wounds. Don't tell anybody else, just keep it to yourself. But I know that you're. Yeah, no, he's. Right, no.
Yeah, all that
He's
used tissues right
Wendi
there
and
still.
Carson, they've
That's
been
really
really hard to
strange.
suspect, and I have suggested Jeff Lacasse. That's my contribution. And also suggested that we get a rabbi over there. Because he's alone, he doesn't have family here. This is really terrible. It's really terrible. There's nothing you can do that I can think of. Wendy's got, I mean, they brought me here to get the kids, but I thought, God, the poor children, they won't know me. And actually, it's probably better that I'm, here with Wendy. I'm sitting here with the victim advocate, and now the investigator, and I'm going to get off the phone. Mm-hmm. I will. All right. Bye, Dawn.
Okay, I appreciate you coming up here.
I'll get out of your way.
It's time to go.
Okay.
We got some more stuff we have
Yeah,
to take care
yeah.
of. But I really appreciate you coming up here and talking to her. And
And I've suggested.
Yep, that's Jane.
Jeff
It
Lacasse.
sounds like.
that's what Sarah was saying. I'm not sure who that guy is,
Well,
but
she'll tell you about it. And
is she gonna tell me everything?
I imagine she will. I mean, she's been Danny's a jealous guy, Jeff is a jealous
Okay.
guy.
All right.
But,
Yeah, she had
as
two
a social
jealous
worker,
guys. They had no reason to be, jealous at all, right?
I would
Okay,
be.
well, let me ask you this. If Jeff is the new guy, why would he feel it?
Just because this is something I wouldn't say in front of Wendy.
Okay.
Um,
I thought you said it's something I wouldn't say. I'm like, I'm right here.
that, doing the kind of work I do, I would think, there's this person, and then he loves Wendy. Danny makes Wendy's life very difficult. Wendy is currently making his life very difficult. I don't know him to be a lunatic, but he's a jealous guy.
Okay.
Yep, jealous guy. There she is.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, no
he's
reason to
my
have
colleague,
concerns
so he's somebody I think of as a decent
of
guy.
faithfulness.
That would be who now?
Jeff Lacasse is my colleague.
Okay. All right.
Nasty thing to say about Jeff
Yes,
Lacasse.
I'm being kicked out.
Oh, really?
Really. But I can come get you if you need me.
Okay.
Okay? So if you can't drive, it's no
Yep.
problem.
Jeff knew he had to get out of town.
321
He knew something was up.
4657.
He had a
I'm happy to come
instinct.
get you. I'm happy to come get you. You need to talk to these guys.
Can you make sure someone goes to see Danny? I guess they're gonna do
You're
that.
gonna
That's
do
not
that,
your
right?
job.
You're gonna make sure that there's
I know Sergeant Baldwin, when I was out there, I've been talking to her when you
It's
were
really
using us, they were
critical
working
that
on that.
that he be blessed today.
Oh,
It's absolutely
okay.
critical
Gotcha.
that he see
Okay.
that a rabbi go there. Absolutely.
unbelievable.
Okay,
Alright,
bye. Thank you for coming.
Okay, I am available to you.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Implicating Jeff Lacasse. I didn't have to mention him.
This is a process, and you're gonna move through it. Thank
Okay.
you. I'm glad. Thanks very much.
But you know what? All that backfired. All that has backfired on Charlie. It's going to backfire on Donna, and it's going to backfire on Wendy when it's her turn.
I think he'll just ask you some more questions, and they just need to, they don't. And sometimes, friends and family try to help, but sometimes they
Yeah.
No, it's good that she
tell they're
called me.
shy and that.
She picked,
that was-
when you stop to think about it, she picked the worst boyfriend she could ever get to be set up as the fall guy for this. I mean, he's like totally credible, the most credible person you could have, and that's who they set up to be the fall guy. Unbelievable. He explained the family dynamics to law enforcement, but they just didn't get it. They thought he was still a psycho ex jilted lover kind of guy. because Jane helped set him up as that, right? Anyway, this is we're at 3:06. So we got 2 hours left of this interview. And so I'm going to plan on covering this tomorrow night, probably about the same time, 9:00, maybe a little bit before, depending on how we get through the day. So that's it for now. If there's any final last questions, I'll take one more question. Yeah, Jeff was really smart. So smart. Absolutely. Yeah, Jeff is phenomenal. What a credible witness. What a great guy. Yep, if he didn't have that alibi, that could have been the reasonable doubt that they needed. Mm-hmm. No, Roger, Wendy will not be off the hook. The immunity is not for the underlying crime. The immunity only applies to what you testify about. And so all this was done before, all this, what we're covering here in our interview, this was done unrelated to any immunity. The immunity only protects her, like I say, from things she disclosed about herself in that testimony. And she doesn't make any admissions or concessions in the testimony that she's given in court, although she is completely destroying her own credibility. And and immunity does not protect somebody from lying. So a zealous, tenacious prosecutor would charge her with perjury besides charging her with the same crimes her brother and mom are charged with. So that remains to be seen. We don't know if they're aggressive enough down there in Tallahassee. They've been slow rolling this case for so many years against these Adelsons. So more to follow. But as you can see here, this is highly suspicious behavior. This is not consistent with somebody that's caught off guard and not acting consistent with somebody that's absolutely in shock, traumatized for what their kids will have to face. These 2 boys will have to face for the rest of their lives without their extremely loving, awesome father that they had that has been tragically executed and completely severed from their lives. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close it for tonight. You all have a great weekend, and tomorrow night, like I say, we'll cover the rest of this and go from there. So thanks for supporting the Markells and their support, their cause for justice of their son, Professor Dan. And more to follow. Stay tuned.